Hello guys, this is NautoAisDx here, and this is actually not so much of a part 2 but a sort of a spiritual follow-up to my social media problem video. And the gist of that one is I just want to know, to my viewers, to my fans, to the people who took their time to be interested to what I do, thank you. I always gonna give thanks about if sometimes I have a not social communication problem in the internet. Like, I tend to basically get people sort of a bit agitated. So that's what the video is about. Links on the description box. But the follow-up here is I want to talk about, again, my opinion about my thoughts on criticism. So what is criticism? Critique is basically giving your opinion to someone of what they do with whatever they do, whether it's work, art, cooking, you name it, a critique. That's what it is. And you see that in the review, there's critiques. And of course, sometimes critiques can be bad. People get basically offended. I take that back. Not really so much offended, but kind of like took it the wrong way. There you go. And sometimes just doesn't like it. Because again, remember, it's a critique. So, yeah, I kind of said that it's a critique. Because a critique doesn't always necessarily means you have to be nice. A critique basically is someone informative, very formal. It tends to give you an knowledge brand to help you to say, how to improve. That's what a critique is. But the problem sometimes is some people can't really tell what the difference between critiquing something and the opposite to is bashing something. So this is okay. So we'll just go the two different types of criticism. I kind of talked about this in the past in my other video, but I'll talk more in depth with this one. There's a two type of criticism. Yeah, two type of criticism. One is constructive criticism and destructive criticism. So you might say, what is that? Well, constructive criticism, basically what I just said, is giving someone a critique. Not being nice to some extent, you're not sugarcoating it, you're keeping them real, but you don't insult the person, you don't belittle them, you don't attack them, you don't put them in shame, you're not shaming them, you're just there to basically help them to improve, to see if the game is good or, well, based on the review it's also a critique, but if something to improve, that's constructive criticism. Destructive criticism basically is aka bashing, or most people call it attacking. Calling people names automatically becomes destructive criticism. It doesn't matter if you have there's a reason behind it. Was it really a necessary thing to basically insult someone? Because when you insult someone, the intention normally is to insult someone, to belittle someone, to say one-on-one, I'm better than you, so shut up. That's destructive criticism, basically just attacking someone. And even if you're trying to be constructive, name calling basically kind of throws that out of the window, because you just insult the guy. I know you had a reason, but you insult the guy. You don't have to insult someone to critique someone. You just have to say, hey, the person's maybe not good, maybe the guy's lacking. It doesn't have to be nice, but you don't have to be insultive. So there you go. The problem sometimes I see is that when Alex actually, surprisingly also, Alex actually talked about this in his review with King Final 14. People didn't really like it, and I did talk about reviews. Is that it doesn't have to be nice, but the guy's keeping it real. But if you can't handle that, because as Alex would say, you're butthurt because you're not justified to your game, then there's a problem there. And I've seen this, like I said, I'm just putting video game because the most common thing that I've seen is a good game. You think it's a good game, people get upset. I know a long time ago in G4, Happy reviewed Metroid Other M. In my personal opinion, I think it's an okay game. She gave it a 2 out of 5. She had a reason. Wasn't really bad. I just didn't agree with it. And people attack her for that. Again, she wasn't insulting the game. She just said, hey, this is what I think. What about, say, the lack of knowledge? Okay, that's a mistake. It's not insulting. The person wasn't insulting the game. maybe the lack of knowledge can also done goof, but it doesn't harm anyone. It's called a mistake. So again, that's not really destructive criticism. But the problem is, like I said, some people can't handle it because either the fanboy scene came in and they just, oh no, I'm not going to accept it. So that's I'm trying to explain this to version, because a lot of people kind of like get confused and said, oh no, he reviewed this thing so low, how dare you? Well, you don't have to believe in the reviewer's score. It's up to you. I know, like, Matt Kyle did with Xenosaga episode 1, he gave it a 3 out of 5. It wasn't the score was the problem. The problem was it's just the the article might not agree, but it's still legit. Like I said, an opinion, yes, a critique is an opinion as long it backed it with facts. I kind of said that before. So it has to be backed in with facts to have an opinion, because an opinion can be wrong. And I'm gonna put up this person, Hellsing 920, with his the console fanboy. He was actually, I mean, all three of them, the Wii, PS3, 360. He wasn't bashing them, but there was just lack of information there, the lack of facts that kind of invalid his opinion. Again, it wasn't wrong, but it was just lacking. So, again, yes, constructive criticism doesn't be nice, and it is, in the end of the day, it's an opinion. It just has to be backed with facts. That's it. The problem with destructive criticism is, chances are you can't back it with facts. Say, oh, I'm gonna put this guy at the top of my head, Adam Sessler. Oh, Adam Sessler's a pig head because he gave Uncharted a 9 out of 10. Okay, so what does being a pig head have to do with giving Uncharted, or yeah, well, this is an example, a 9 out of 10. What's the fact? What's the fact behind him calling him a pig head? He didn't say anything insultive. He didn't say anything derogatory. He wasn't being disgusting. He's just criticizing the game and the lack of, and he's a pig head for that? See, that's destructive, and you can't back it with facts. And oh my God, the G4, Tommy Tallarico, when he reviews Nintendo game, yes, sadly he doesn't like the Nintendo game, but again, that's his opinion. And the point is, he did back it with facts, and I kind of mentioned that before. I'll link that in the description box about it. My thoughts on the review, like a response to Alex on reviews. As long as you back it with facts, your opinion is your opinion. That's all I'm just saying. So yeah, that's basically the difference between destructive and constructive criticism. Thanks for listening.